everybody. You know, we have to send love out to everybody who listens and follows the wave. And of course, we know you'll support Dazzle. So it's Dazzle Hangouts. We're going to have a Dazzle Friday. For those of you who can see me, I'm literally dazzling today. Yes. All right, y'all. It took a lot of effort. I mean, to be home and try and throw my little sequins on my shirt. But, you know, we're representing. So it's all about Dazzle and we're hanging out. I'm so thrilled because, you know, Leslie's a very busy guy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy we're able to snag him today.
Out. Good point.
You know, yeah, kind of warming him up. But we have Leslie Collymore in the house, and you may be familiar with him. If you're not, let me tell you, you're going to be in the know. So I think, Leslie, a lot of people know you, but he's responsible for AIM, and you'll find out what that is. Also the president of the St. Lucia Basketball Federation.
Oh, is the president?
All right.
I am Mike.
Which is why that question is going to come.
I am Mike. So I was listening to you and taking in all of your comments.
Let me tell you, the universe is very good, you know, because we wanted Leslie early on, a couple weeks ago. But I think this is the perfect time, especially smacking basketball season.
Yeah.
So to toss up, Leslie, inquiring minds really want to know, Mikey, who are you supporting?
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for having me. It's my pleasure and privilege to be here this morning on Dazzle Hangout. Compliments the wave. I get that question a lot. More so based on the fact that I work for the Federation. Let me create some context. Neither of these teams are my teams. However, I love great basketball. And I think that the series may not have gone how people would have liked it to have gone. But at the end of the day, the Golden State Warriors are probably one of the best teams that I've ever seen. I think LeBron James, everybody compares LeBron James to Michael Jordan, and you know, as long as they're sports fans, people will make these comparisons, but there are a lot of different things that you have to take into consideration. Different era, different level of competition, different level of athleticism, different rules. So I think people should be happy at let LeBron James be LeBron James, because we've never seen anything like a LeBron James. Just like we will never see anything like a Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Or Kobe, you can say Kobe too.
Or Kobe Bryant.
Thank you.
Or Kobe Bryant. So let LeBron James be the best player that he can be. I mean, I know there'll always be the comparison, but again, it's tough for one great individual talent to beat a great team. That's just how the sport. That's just how the sport goes. Now, having said that, the series is not over. I've seen stranger things have happened. Last year they were 3-1 down and they came to win the championship. So they are still the champions until somebody dethrones them.
Right.
So again, I have no horse in the race. However, it's tough to come back. From 3-0.
It's do or die.
You have to win 4 straight games against that team. I just don't see it happening. But hey, stranger things have happened.
Right.
All right. Now let's see some that was from our president. Yes, so repping for basketball. So that's some solid commentary and analysis there. So I'll leave you to sit and ponder.
And again, it would be remiss of me not to mention the fact that our National League is actually taking place right now. So I know that the NBA finals takes precedence over everything. I mean, I see people who I didn't even know how to spell basketball talking about basketball. So I'm happy about that. But please go out, come out and support the local basketball. It's taking place quarterfinals this weekend. VG Multipurpose Sports Complex and in Henry. However, the semifinals and finals for next weekend, and that's at Boseju Indoor Facility. We have some good talent.
Now, besides basketball, you do a lot more than that.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And of course, you're behind AIM. So for those who may be in the dark, what does AIM stand for and what is your business about?
All right, so AIM stands for Advanced Intellectual Methods, and more or less we are a management consultancy and we focus on digital strategy, strategic marketing counsel, customer insights, business intelligence, and analytics. So essentially all of that is just really, really fancy speak for whatever business challenge that you have, we can help you solve that. So we've been around really since 2009, and we started off building websites, and you know, after that I realized, you know what, people can have the most fantastic website, but they have no idea how to use it, how to incorporate it into their business function. Do they want to sell items online? Do they want people to download a form? What do you want people to do? So I realized,
how to
make
it effective.
How to make it effective. So I that's where there was a pivot, and we decided to go into advisory and consulting. So we last year, actually, when we did the Dazzle interview, we were in the midst of transitioning again. So we've broken the company down into different areas. So now you have AIM Events, AIM Consulting, AIM Analytics, and we're going into artificial intelligence as well. So that's really excited about that. Big announcement to come, but I can't really let the cat out of the bag. So you're the first set of people that I've spoken to. Outside of what we're planning to do. So, and basically what that is that we have artificial intelligence that can actually don't listen to me. Don't listen to me if you don't believe me on how to make your business effective. We can have artificial intelligence tell you.
Right.
So yeah.
So we're getting up to the times.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Now for you, Leslie, even with you and your background, pretty extensive, and your resume I know is very impressive as well, because you've had experience with working with some pretty well-known international companies like even Google. So tell us about that experience, because when I discovered that too, I was like, whoa, that's awesome.
So my background is actually in is traditional market research, with a minor concentration in IT. So I just figure, I mean, even back then 400 years ago when I was
good thing I'm only 25, so I don't know what you're talking about.
when I was at school, I realized that there will always be a need for business, but technology is the great enabler. So whatever it is that you're going to do, the technology is going to enable us. So I decided to marry the two, and that's where the strange marriage came in. Came back home, got a job with the tourist board, worked in research, then moved into e-marketing, and it was called at the time. So basically, marketing the destination online, and that's where I got all the opportunities to go out and see what's happening, in the first world, and how the tourism industry uses marketing and technology. And I came back all excited, from all of these trips and visits all around the place, and everybody looked at me like, what are you talking about? And nobody in St. Lucia got no time for that.
Right.
So, I got a little disenfranchised, and I decided that, I'd walk away. And during that time, I was going over to MNC. I was 25 years old, and I was the group marketing manager for MNC. And in between that, based on the network that I had traveling, the Google Earth project, the Google mapping system. So they said, listen, we can do a lot more than just use this as a map. We need to be able to have regular people use it to go to restaurants and hotels and finance. So I worked on that team, developing the marketing applications for Google Earth. Fantastic experience. Nice. The things that we were doing at that time, it was amazing to me to see, how they embrace technology and how they use it in everyday life. So that's what stuck with me in terms of, you can have a great idea. What I learned from them, some of the most brilliant minds, they come up with ideas, but it's always to fill a need. It's never just, I have this great idea, this is going to work. And I see that a lot in business today. People, it may sound like a good idea, but does it satisfy a need? And really, that's what it is. So I was talking, ironically, I was appreciating the waves, digital marketing and how well it's been done, and Masana, well done. And again, it would not have been so well done if it didn't satisfy a need, and the need was to reach an audience that is online. So that is the need. So again, my advice to anyone, and that's what I learned, especially from working with the Google team, is that brightest idea, you can have a million bright ideas, but it needs to satisfy a need.
And a lot of people need to learn that. Or sometimes you see somebody doing it and you want to do it too because, they're doing it and it's successful for them, but it may not benefit you. It may not be necessarily for whatever it is that you're doing. Right. So you have to know the difference as well.
Absolutely. So that's usually when I engage a client, I have like a million questions, and so I can see sometimes the frustration bubbling up on their faces, like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he asking so many questions?
But it's necessary.
I need to understand your business. How can I honestly walk into your business, and tell you what you should do right off the bat. I need to get an understanding. I need to understand, and I call them your pain points. What are your pain points? What are your pain points? Almost like a doctor. What hurts? tell me what hurts. Right, tell me what hurts. So that's really how that works. And then from there, you know, I chart a course on how that can work.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So.
Now, you know, even for you, because with what you were doing and your foresight, you were still ahead of the game, ahead of your time, I would say, at that point. So, and you did mention at the point you got disenfranchised. So, you know, anybody, because I think there's a really good message from this, you know, businesses coming up, people who have these fresh ideas, you know, when the rest of the world is just not getting your vision, how do you push past that?
So for me, I would tell you it was my passion. So I have a really simple mantra, you know, make your passion your purpose. So, you know, that is what I decided, you know what, even if people aren't ready to adopt, they don't think that there's going to be a space for it, I decided to use it for myself. I was like, okay, you can't find anybody to buy in, do it for yourself. And then, so I'll be doing business with people and everybody will be like, okay, so Leslie, let's set up a meeting because I need this, that. And I was like, hold on, no. You can go to my website. There's an interactive form there. Fill it out and let me know exactly what you need, and I'll get it and I'll do that. So I started automating the process for myself.
Okay.
And then people started seeing, okay, so it's similar to a fitness instructor. You know what? If you really see somebody who's chiseled and in shape and they can do it for themselves, more than likely they can do it for you. So I decided to make myself the ultimate model. And again, it was my passion, so I just decided I'm just not going to listen to anybody and just stay the course. And I'm one of these people that the best thing that you could ever tell me is that I can't do it.
Because then
that's the fuel.
I call them Woodwards. If you can't, no, I don't think Woodwards. I call them Woodwards because they're for my fire. Just tell me, just tell me I can't. I mean, December 28th at 5:46, I had one of the most devastating injuries that you can have in basketball, and the doctor said, "No, you'll never play again." And I was like, "Excuse me." I said, "Say that again."
Come again, my boy.
So it took a year to rehab. I actually played last Saturday for the first time. I mean, it was light work. I didn't overdo it. But
what they said you couldn't do, you did it.
Good stuff.
So again,
mind over matter.
Stay the course. If you're not passionate about it, don't enter into something primarily for, of course, you know, you need to be able to feed yourself, feed your families, and sustain all your different endeavors. However, if money is the primary reason that you're going into something, it's going to be short-lived. It's going to fail. It's going to fail because all you're going to see at the end of the day is the dollar sign. When people ask you to satisfy a need, and you start, you know, just looking at the back end on about the dollar, it's just going to fail. It's about creating that value, you know, doing things ahead of time that you don't even charge for, and just becoming inexpensive.
Nice. So, but I want to ask you. You need to tell me that secret because, you know, I'm a mom, I have an 8-year-old, and balancing life, work, everything is difficult. Now you have AIM. You help people run their businesses, give them these ideas. Plus, you're also the president for the Basketball Federation. So,
I'm a
how do you?
as well.
And you're and you're dad. So, please, I mean, you just need to share the secret because that's a lot to be juggling. And how do you cope with that?
I mean, it's just. I know it sounds cliche, and you're going to hear the time management. Here's what I've learned. There are things that will come up in your average day that you're just not going to like. You don't like to do, you don't want to do. Do them first. Do those first. The ones that you really don't want to do them first. Get them out of the way. That actually makes a big difference because when you start pushing things back, you know what? I'll do that for later. I don't have time. You know, at the end of the day, as human beings, we have time for whatever we want to make time for.
Priority.
Because we always, I don't have time for that. I can't do that. However, something would come up that you enjoy.
And you find the
You
time.
find the
for
time,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
So very, very, very simple formula. Also, I write things down. So if I have it's again sounds cliche, but the way I don't just list it, I list it and I have pros and cons. If I do this, these are the benefits. If I don't, this is what can happen. And like I measure and I was like, all right, yeah, I need to do that. And that
Okay.
becomes a priority.
Okay. Oh, that's a good way around it.
That becomes a
I'm
priority.
gonna try that from today.
Recently, everybody's been sharing write down and make things manifest. So I think I've been hearing that too
Right.
often now.
Yeah.
There's also for a consultant trick called 5 whys. When if faced with a challenge, a problem, something that you need to do, you should be able to find the answer by asking why 5 times. So you should try it.
The 5 whys.
The 5 whys.
All right. I hope everybody out there listening to it.
5 whys.
The 5 whys. So, what issue is Leslie featured in? That's a throwback.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to say throwback like way back when, but it is.
Oh no, it's okay. You can, yeah. Lately, Leslie and Ole have been
Associated too often.
quite often. So much so I've been desensitized.
But you know what?
It's okay.
That's why you see, it's a good thing you're affiliated with Dazzle too.
Right.
You know, we're established 2012, so we're pretty young. You in it too. So
Well, yeah, so
we add some. We shave some years off.
I remember when we had the initial discussion and we were like, Leslie, we feature young and upcoming. I was like, okay, so that is where we have the problem. Young. I was like, that automatically disqualifies me.
Right.
So I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, you have been mistaken. So yeah, I got started early. So I usually when I tell people how old I am, they actually don't believe me. So they're like, but I've been around in making presentations and speaking to people forever. I was like, well, I was blessed to get opportunities early, and I really do see it as a blessing, and it's not something that was owed to me. Nobody owes you anything, really. These opportunities came, and I took advantage of them. I was really afraid, honestly. I didn't think I could do that, and again, there were areas that I knew that I was weak at, and I decided to work on those. So I'm an extreme introvert. I know you.
And somebody would say they'd not believe that, but
Yeah,
But it's true.
Yeah, people. I hate speaking engagements. Absolutely hate it. But
can we have you here today?
and I do a
you did a good
disproportionate
job.
and I do a disproportionate amount of speaking. Like, people ask me to speak all the time. So yeah, there's something that that's a major aspect of what him does in terms of the education and advocacy. So we will go in and we train people on. So for example, setting up a digital strategy, whether it's PR and communications. So presently I'm engaged with SLASCO doing a consultancy there.
Wow, okay.
Doing
Nice.
business development and corporate communications.
Wow.
So helping them with that. I deliberately stay in the background. So, but I just stay there and help them.
But it's
like
nice that like you like to stay in the background, but it's Dazzle was able to feature all what you do. So persons who didn't know this guy has all that under his belt could read about it. So
know now.
they could log on to your website, Shayla, to
That's right.
read up on Leslie in
Yes.
case they missed that issue. So what's the website?
dazzlethemac.com, as well as we have social media, so you can check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, again Dazzle the Mac, and make sure you go check out YouTube because all of our hangouts are also up there too. So again, Dazzle the Mac, so very
So
comprehensive.
you see, well, I appreciate the digital outreach. So
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's your forte.
So we represent, at least if we're making Leslie proud, then we're doing something
Yeah,
good.
you're
But
doing something
Leslie,
well.
I only want to pick with you, in the interview too, on the lighter side, we're talking about different things you like and whatnot. Now it's a Friday, everybody like to chill. Of course, we had Dazzle Hangouts.
Right.
How you gonna bring your mother chicken for us?
Well,
Because when Leslie was asked what's his favorite food, he said it was his mom's chicken. So I expect, we come in here, and Miss Sana loves her food. We're foodies and Mikey. So, we thought we come in and hang out Friday, everybody like
Bring
their
some
chicken and drinks.
chicken, yeah.
Leslie
So-
will bring his mother chicken for us, huh?
So first of all, Friday is not the chicken day. There's a chicken day.
What's a chicken day?
Sunday.
Okay, we coming
so
on
we
Sunday.
there.
Tell mommy we coming.
Mommy.
Actually, the people who know me really well, they were reading that. And they saw that question, and before they saw the answer, they were like, boy, mom's big chicken. They know. They know that.
So, okay,
They,
so the
people that have had it, they know mom's big chicken is something serious.
Can't mess with that.
Alright, so Leslie's still just tempting us here, so people, we know where we're going on Sunday.
That's
we're making
right.
it a lime. But guys, it's Dazzle Hangout, and Leslie, thank you again for being here with us. So, and hey, issue 21 is coming out.
Soon.
It'll be out very soon. So we had to, kind of wrap up on a good note. So I think Leslie was very fitting just before we jump into what's brand spanking new. So you don't want to miss next week. All right. And of course, we dazzling. So look out for it. It's coming very soon. That's all I'm saying. You have to sparkle and shine on a Friday.
Nice.
Outrageous Fridays. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I came in here, I was almost dancing. I was like,
Feeling the vibes.
I was like, what's this?
No.
What's this in my waist?
I'm just waiting for Mikey to drop the next song because that's jump up mode already for me. So Mikey, when you're ready, we up.